Today we're gonna compare such great SMGs as MP5 and P90. As in previous video in which we compared HK and MK18, we will compare them in all game modes. We're gonna start from normal PvP, but first let's look at numbers. For 100 HP enemies, including players in PvP, MP5 needs 1 shot in the head and 5 bullets in arms. P90 needs 2 shots in the head and 6 shots in arms. But it's compensated with higher RPM, which is higher by 180 points. Next we are moving to reload speed. Even though MP5 has faster partial reload, this difference is not really massive, especially if you look at mag capacity of both weapons. In case of full reload, P90 has faster reload. And the last thing, which is pretty important for normal PvP, is weight. In stock versions, MP5 has less weight, but if you will compare these guns in minimum recoil builds, P90 will be ahead by 266 grams. Based on this information, we already can make some conclusion. If you're one of the players who has not the best aim, P90 will be a pretty great option for you. It has great mag capacity and the highest fire rate among primaries. And also it feels really great to pre-fire with. Talking about MP5, I wouldn't say that it requires some skill to play with it, but if we compare to P90, it feels like it. MP5 has smaller magazine and not the fastest reload, but compared to P90 it needs only 1 bullet in head and 5 bullets in arms. If you look at time to kill in arms, P90 has faster time to kill only by 60 milliseconds. So because of one tap potential, I would say that MP5 feels like a winner in this category. By looking at numbers, this 1 bullet difference may seem not a big deal when P90 has much bigger rate of fire. But in practice it feels different, especially if you have to play with high ping like me. In my personal experience, no matter how many times I tried both of these weapons, I had much better games with MP5. Probably because MP5 needs less bullets, which makes situation with bad hit rate a little bit better. So we have some variability here, either you choose weapon with bigger mag size and faster rate of fire, or you choose a weapon which needs less bullets and basically a better time to kill. In few words, if you have pretty bad aim, take P90. If you prefer a weapon which has one tap potential, and if you are a victim of hit registration like me, P5 will be your best choice. But to be honest, I would recommend to try both of these weapons. Anyway, both of them are pretty cheap. And choosing weapon among these two mostly depends not on numbers, but on your playstyle. So exactly for normal PvP, I can say that some weapon is better than another, because both of them has its own good and bad side. In skirmish we have different situation. MP5 has bad velocity, which will make shooting moving targets harder, and bad range, which means that damage starts to fall off on pretty short distance. Starting from 354 feet, MP5 needs 2 bullets in the head instead of 1. And starting from 247 feet, MP5 needs 6 bullets in arms instead of 5. Meanwhile, amount of bullets that P90 needs for kill doesn't change on pretty long distance. So there is nothing much else to say. P90 has much better velocity and range, which makes it much better option for shooting on long ranges that skirmish game mode has. So P90 definitely is a winner here. In open world, basically we have only one important factor: how many bots you can kill. Velocity and range are still pretty important characteristic in this game mode, but in most cases you don't have to shoot on such long ranges as in skirmish game mode. Most of the fights happen on medium distances. If you look at ammo, P90 has bigger ammo reserve by 30 bullets. But as I have already said that in video about best weapons for bunker, because of one tap potential that MP5 has, you will be able to kill much more bots compared to P90. And because of that, MP5 will be a winner in open world. Even if you really want to shoot on long distances, it's much better to take some assault rifle instead of P90. Because with any assault rifle, you'll be still able to kill more bots than with P90. In general, we can see that both of these weapons are pretty balanced compared to each other. Each one of them has its own advantages and disadvantages. The only thing that I don't understand is why MP5 has such slow reload speed compared to most of the assault rifles. I would definitely make it faster.